Hare Krsna. Hare Bo, I need everyone's attention here now, please. Thank you very much. Gurudeva is on his way here. In a minute, please. Just wait a minute. We have some announcements. Thank you. Okay, so we're trying to create some order here. By the order of Sripad Maharaj and Brajanath, we're trying to create some kind of a system by which everyone can get an opportunity to come up and see Srila Gurudeva, offer their respects to him on VYASA Puja, give their gifts, etc. There are a few rules in order to create the proper processing of crowd control. You'll notice in the center here there's a line.
Everybody who's done this thing.
Okay? So, on one side of the line, ladies' side, all the ladies will come up this side. You'll come to the front. You'll offer your respects to Gurudeva. You will not get down on the floor and offer pranams and make everything held up. All obeisances should be offered from a distance. When you come up front to see Srila Gurudeva, you simply fold your palms, bow at the waist, offer your respects in your offering, and then when you're finished doing that in front of Gurudeva here, you go, men go to their right, women go to the left, and follow this line outward into the space so that we create a flow of movement, one side and another side, okay? The other thing that's important, no cell phones this year. By order of Srila Gurudeva, it's very, very disturbing. It creates a lot of difficulty. You can, if you want to have your cell phone on, when you come up, and the persons who are on the other line can hear what you're saying to Gurudeva, that's fine, but you're not to give your phone to Gurudeva to talk to people. You can't do that.
You also need to be moving from each side because the people are going to come up from here. So you have to sit a little bit more people so people can come in line.
Yeah, people need to move to the right and the left, creating a space.
And also have going out this way.
Ladies, and we need you to move over at least 1 or 2 feet. Everyone, the whole thing, 1 or 2 feet.
Take the guys on this side.
Well, that's
Also,
just stay where you are.
You might want to put another chair over there and create one more line. Like where you see where the madanga is, if you had a line, like a rope from there to there.
he can't sit there. No one can sit. From about this side on, where I'm standing, it's got to be the right of me on this side.
Get a little more.
Okay.
All right, so please, everybody, this is a thankless task. I'm begging all my god brothers, god sisters, god nieces, god nephews, God help me, please, for both of us. All we're trying to do, by the order of Srila Madhav Maharaj, is create some order and system by which everyone gets an opportunity for darshan. Thank you very, very much. We appreciate your cooperation in this matter. I just want to add one more thing to the explanation of the system that Bhagavad Prabhu just explained, and that is that everyone should just simply understand that Srila Gurudeva cannot remain here for a long time. This is the main principle. So we should be very sympathetic to Srila Gurudeva and not take so much time, and that's why they're having all the devotees conform to the system. Otherwise, Srila Gurudeva, he will have to sit here. You can calculate, as Madhav Maharaj did the other day, if there's 250 people and each person takes 1 minute even, so that's 250 minutes, more than 4 hours. So Srila Gurudeva has arrived now. Yes. Yeah, a couple of years ago, Srila Gurudeva didn't even get time to speak, because all the devotees took so long and they were bringing their mobile phones and cell phones and like this. So also today, we're going to be singing the Artik song that has been composed by Srila Madhav Maharaj for Srila Gurudeva himself. And the Artik song is here on these papers, so we're going to be passing these out to all the devotees. And also we'll keep some of them just over here. Devotees can come and take them.
Alright, well ladies, unfortunately I'm on this side for you guys, so if I have to tap you to leave, that means leave, so I don't have to be more aggressive. I don't have to do that. But you don't ask, should I get married, marry my son, it's going to take a long, long time. Please respect it. Thank you.
Most probably people will block you here. No. Okay. None of the rules and regulations apply to you. Oh, really? Yes. I'll tell them.
Song. So if anyone has their songbooks, they can sing along. This is Guru Parampara song on page 17. Achyuta Prabhu should come at once to the altar here. Achyuta Prabhu, come at once. Krishna hoite chaturmukha hoite. Sansara dava.
If you're online watching, please email Ishadas to ishadas@hotmail.com.
Jaya Gurudeva, 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 Jaya Gurudeva, Jaya Gurudeva, Jaya Gurudeva, Jaya Gurudeva, Gurudeva, Jaya Gurudeva.
Sorry, people get down on the camera.
Hare Krishna Seva Mota Rama Vaite Narate Ramati Narada Vaite Vyas Madhvako He Vyasada Purna Pragya Sadmana Vakade Hare Madhava Vamshe Akshobhya Paramahamse Shishya Bole Angikara Kare Akshobhya Shishya Jaya Kirtana Me Parishaya Sarada Che Jana Sindhu Kore Sama Vaite Jaya Nidhi Sarataka Vidya Nidhi রাজেন্দ্র হইল তাহতে তাহার কিঙ্কর জয় ধর্ম নামে পরিচয় পরম্পরা জন ভারতে জয় ধর্ম তাকে জাতি শিপুরুষ জাতি অহতে ব্রহ্মণ্য তীর্থসূরে व्यास तीर्थकारदास लक्ष्मीपति व्यास दास सहावदे माधवेन्द्रपुरी ओ माधवेन्द्रपुरी वर शिष्य वर ईश्वर नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत ईश्वरपुरी के धन्य करे श्री चैतन्य जगद्गुरु गौर महाप्रभु महाप्रभु श्री चैतन्य राधा कृष्ण रूपानुदर्शनेन जीवाना विश्वम्भर प्रियकर श्री स्वरूपधाम श्री गोस्वामी रूप सनातन रूप प्रिय महाजन शिव रघुनाथ पर प्रिय कवि कृष्ण दास विश्वरस प्रिय वर नरोत्तम सेवक जगवर विश्वनाथ विश्वनाथ भक्त सत वल्लभे जगन्नाथ सार प्रिय श्री भक्ति विनोद महाभागवत वर श्री गौर किशोर हरि भजने ते शरणोद शिव स्वभावादि भारत सदा सेव्य सेवा भाव सहार गहित नाम प्रभुकार अंतरंग श्री स्वरूप रूप श्री केशव भगवती प्रसाद गौरिया वेदान सहित माया भारत मोहन गौरवाणी प्रचार प्रचारक श्री भक्ति वेदांत सती सचने ते द्वयगाना देशवती महाजन पावन नारायण गौरवाणी सदे परगाना ए सब हरिजन गुर केर निजन सजरा उचित मोर काम हो ए सब हरिजन गौर केर निजन सजरा उचित मोर काम गुरु परंपरा परंपरा गुरु परंपरा गुरु परंपरा गुरु परंपरा गुरु परंपरा परंपरा गुरु परंपरा जय जय गुरुदेव 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 जय जय गुरुदेव 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 गौर प्रेमानंदे श्री गुरु चारणा पदमा केवला भक्ति सदमा श्री गुरु चारणा पदमा केवला भक्ति
প্রাপ্তি হই যাহা হইতে গুরুমুখ পদ্মাবাক্য চিতে করিয়া গুরুমুখ পদ্মা বচ চিতে করিয়া আইকা भक्ति जहाँ होइके अविद्या विनाश जते प्रेम भक्ति जहाँ होइके अविद्या विनाश जते जय गाय सहर चरित जय गाय सहर चरित श्री गुरु करुणा सिंधु अधम जनार लोकनाथ तेरा दीवाना लोकनाथ तेरा दीवाना प्रभु कर जय जय हमारे पदशया प्रभु कर जय जय हमारे पदशया शिवपदे नयनु सदाना शिवपदे नयनु सदाना प्रभु करो जय जय हमारे पदशया प्रभु करो जय जय हमारे पदशया गुरुदेव पतित पवना गुरुदेव पतित पवना प्रभु करो जय जय हमारे पदशया Shutrujuvana Srila Gurudeva Patita Pavana Gurudeva Patita Pavana Srila Gurudeva Patita Pavana Duapade Vainu Sharana Jaya Gurudeva Jaya Gurudeva Gurudeva Jaya Gurudeva 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 Jaya Jaya Gurudev 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 Jaya Jaya Gurudev 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 Jaya Bhakti Bhavan Srila Gurudeva Bhakti Bhavan Srila Gurudeva Jaya Jagat Guru Srila Gurudeva Jagat Guru Srila Gurudeva Sai Gaura Hari Bol Hari Bol Hari Bol Hari Bol Nitai Gauranga, Nitai Gauranga, Nitai Gauranga, oh, Nitai Gauranga, Nitai Gauranga, oh, Nitai Gauranga, Nitai Gauranga, oh, Nitai Gauranga, Nitai Gauranga.
The Gurus were going to come up the center, ladies on this side, and then folks exit on your left. Men come up the center, exit on your right. Please do not come in from the side. Everyone's in online. Come up, don't offer standing altar here. Please come and bow your head at Guru's feet, take your blessing.
Jaya Sachinandana Gaura Hare Jaya Sachinandana Gaura Hare Gaura Hare Gaura Hare Gaura Hare Gaura Hare Jaya Sachinandana Gaura Hare Jaya Sachinandana Gaura Hare Nitai Gauranga, Nitai Gauranga, Nitai Gauranga, Nitai Gauranga, Nitai Gauranga, Nitai Gauranga, Arti songs to Srila Gurudeva, Sri Gurudev Arti, composed by Srila Madhav Maharaj. The papers that we have handed out to all of you, you can take them out and sing along.
Bhajaya Bhaktivedanta Narayana Goswami Maharaja ki. Srila Bhaktivedanta Narayana Goswami Maharaja ki. Patita Pavana Srila Gurudeva Bhaktivedanta Narayana Goswami Maharaja ki. Srila Gurudeva Srila Bhaktivedanta Narayana Goswami Maharaja ki. Srila Bhaktivedanta Swami Maharaj Prabhupada ki. Srila Bhakti Prasad Keshav Goswami Maharaja ki. Sri Rupa Nuga Guru Varga ki. Sachidandan Gaura Hari ki. Sri Nityananda Mahajana ki. Sri Pancha Tattva ki. Saraveda Bhakta Vrinda ki. Sri Radha Govinda ki. Nitai Gaura Premanande.
Guruve Gaurasangraya Radhikaya Kalaya Krishnaya Krishna Bhaktaya Sadabhaktaya Narayanam Namaskritya Narang Shaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayam. Today is my Vyasa. That is my duty, to worship Gurudev, whole Guru Parampara, Krishna Tattva, Srimati Radhika Tattva, Mahaprabhu Tattva, Gaur Gadadhar Tattva, Nityananda Prabhu, Baladev Prabhu and others. So I did, and there Sapt Panchakam were worshipped daily. I have seen the Vyasa Puja of my Gurudev. I used to organize that. Also I have seen the Vyasa Puja of Param Pujyapad Madhav Bhakti Madhav Goswami Maharaja, Bhakti Pramod Puri Maharaj. They all used to worship their Gurudev, and then Guru Parampara hold, and then Radha Krishna Jugal, Gaur Nityananda Prabhu, Gaur Gadadhar and all. In Panchatattva, Vyas Panchak, Acharya Panchak, Upasya Panchak, Krishna Panchak, there are 7 Panchakas. A sannyasi in our line, on their birthday, they should worship like this. Also, I have heard from my Gurudev and seen that when, after worshipping the Guru Parampara and all others, when disciples worshipped him, then he told with very dinata, very humility, that I am not independently qualified to take your offering. What is in me, what I am doing, what is I am preaching, only Gurudev and Parampara. Solely to them. If any praise comes to me, all are hearing my katha, really this is not mine. It is of my Gurudev, Parama Gurudev, Guru Parampara, Sri Rupa Goswami Mahaprabhu and Krishna. Krishna gave some Upadesh to Uddhav someday in Srimad Bhagavatam 11th. So, only I am repeating these words like a parrot. If I am not preaching their words, no one has worshipped me and no one has. So all worship and everything goes to my Gurudeva's lotus feet. And so this Abhiman also goes to that come, that I am a very big Acharya. It should not come. It should not touch me. Not a smell should be in my heart. And I also tell you, the sannyasi who are preaching on behalf of me, they should not have any false ego. What you are doing, only by Guru and Guru Parampara you are doing. So today, I am offering all these things that you are giving to me in my lotus feet of my Gurudev, and he should give to Guru Parampara and to Radha Krishna, Gaur Gadadhara and Gaur Pramanande. One thing more. In Vedanta Sutra, Srila Vyasdev has quoted one sutra, Anandamayo Abhyasa. What is the meaning? Those who is Anandamaya, full of his embodiment of pleasure or Ananda. He is worshipping him, chanting him, remembering him, abhyasa, and all kinds of bhakti we are giving to him. Meaning is this. But we know that Shankaracharya, Ramanuja, Madhva, Vishnu Swami, Limbadit, all have written Bhashya of Brahma Sutra commentary in their what opinion was. Shankaracharya on the Sutra Anandamaya Abhyasa, he said that it is there in Upanishad, Veda. Anandam, I am Brahma, not Anandamaya. Anandam, Brahma. Like this, so many in Upanishad. Brahma is Ananda. Brahma is Rasaswarup. Brahma, all these things. But also in Upanishad, it has been written Anandamaya and all of those things. But Shankaracharya, the avatar, incarnation of Shankar, Bhakta Shankar, Sadashiv, by the order of his master, who was preaching, Sarvam Khalu Idam Brahma, all are Brahma. Sattamasi, you are same. Prajnanam Brahma, Jnana is Brahma. So many things. And he did a commentary of Anandamaya Abhyasa that really Vyasdev is Anagat Swasa. Means he was what? he was some ignorant. So Guru, he thinks that Bhakti Guru, but he is telling that he is ignorant. And if he is doing puja, this puja is not just puja. Understand what I told? What I told. No. Today not working any? Take another one. Okay.
Srila Gurudeva is explaining that Shankaracharya, who is the incarnation of Lord Shiva, who appeared in this world and he preached the Mayavad philosophy, his commentary on Vedanta Sutra of Srila VYASA. He was explaining the conception of Brahma, that the absolute truth is the supreme Brahma. And Gurudev says in the commentary that Shankaracharya made on the verse in Vedanta Sutra, Anandamayo Abhyasat, there he made some criticism of Srila Vyasadeva. And he told that Srila Vyasadeva, who is actually his own guru, because Shankaracharya is worshipping Vyasadeva as his guru, but yet he has the audacity to say that his guru has made some mistake. In other words, calling his guru ignorant.
So, anyone worshipping his Gurudev, he should not be like Shankaracharya. Not that. I know my Gurudev is not knowing. He is ignorant. And this will be what? Mahaparad. So we should be always careful. I have heard from my Gurudev these things. And it is written in Brahma Sutra already. So we should try to follow his verse that it is telling from his Gurudev and Guru Parampara. Do you want to speak something? If you want, you should speak something. Emperorian is here. He has done. He can come.
Om Ajnanatimidandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Jena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Nama Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Pristhaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swaminiti Namane. Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharane Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Bhaskaccha Deshakarane. Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Radhikayai Priyatmane Shri Srimad Bhakti Vedanta Narayaniti Namane. Shri Krishna Vela Patane Sudaksham Audaurya Madhurya Gunaishtrayuktam Varam Varenyam Purusham Mahantam Narayanam Tam Shirsha Namami. Sridandinam Bhakta Shiromanim Cha Shri Krishna Padabja Dritaika Hridi Chaitanya Lilamritasaram Narayanam Tam Satatam Prapadye Vansha Kalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhuvaevacha Patitanam Bhavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha. Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. On this most blessed day, the divine appearance day, Avirbhav Mahamahotsav Titi of our beloved Gurudev, Om Vishnupad Asto Tarasata Sri Srila Bhakti Vedanta Narayana Goswami Maharaja. I'm first of all offering my Dandavat Pranams at the lotus feet of my beloved Diksha Gurudev, Nityalila Pravishta Om Vishnupadasto Tarasata Sri Srila Bhakti Rakshak Sridhar Goswami Bhakti Vedanta Swami Maharaj Srila Prabhupada. And secondly, to my Diksha Gurudev, Nityalila Pravishta Om Vishnupad Asto Tarasata Sri Srimad Bhakti Rakshak Sridhar Goswami Maharaj, and to the lotus feet of Srila Bhakti Vedanta Narayana Goswami Maharaj. To all of my Rupa Nuga Guru Varga, and to all of the Vaishnavas and Vaishnavis, friends and guests in this assembly. The appearance day of Sri Guru in this material world is the most blessed event for all of the suffering humanity. And not just for the suffering humanity, for all living beings within this material world. Sri Guru descends into this world to carry out the order of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Sri Krishna, who is the Father of all living beings. Every living being is an eternal servant of the Supreme Absolute Truth, Bhagavan Sri Krishna. And in this material world, every living being has forgotten that relationship with their eternal Master, their eternal Father, their eternal friend. And they are suffering in this material world out of ignorance, out of avidya. They do not have knowledge of their relationship with the Supreme Lord. And therefore they go on struggling against this material existence, birth after birth, lifetime after lifetime, suffering the pangs of repeated birth, death, disease, and old age. So every living being is suffering in this way without any hope, without any possibility of being released from this horrible condition of life. So, because Sri Krishna is supremely merciful, Parama Karunya, He has eternal love for every one of His parts and parcels, His amshas within this world. Therefore, He makes the arrangement by His causeless mercy that He sends His divine representative to this world to perform the function of releasing the conditioned souls from this bondage, of freeing them from the prison house of this material world, and introducing them to their eternal relationship with the Supreme Lord. That function that Sri Guru performs is actually the function of Krishna himself. Therefore, in Srimad Bhagavatam, 11th canto, in the Uddhava Gita, where Bhagavan Sri Krishna is instructing Uddhava, he tells him, Acharya mam vijaniyan, navamanye takarihishit, namartya buddhya suyeta, sarvadeva mayo guru. He tells to Uddhava, you should know that I am the Acharya. It is I who am coming in this world to perform this function of giving divine knowledge of myself to the conditioned souls. You should see Sri Acharya, Dev, Sri Guru, you should see him in this way as a non-different manifestation of my very self. Sakshat Haritena, that he is directly a prakash, a manifestation of myself in this world for the purpose of giving mercy to all the jiva souls. Therefore, understanding him as such, navamanyeta parhishit, you must never have any slight disrespect for him. Namartya buddhya suyeta, you should never think of him with martya buddhi, thinking that he is an ordinary mortal being of this world who has been forced to take birth in this world and to suffer just like all the others. And you should never have suya. You should never have envy toward him. What should be your attitude? You should understand, Sarvadeva Mayo Guru, all the potencies of all the devas within this universe, they reside within the lotus feet of Sri Guru. And therefore, Sri Guru has the divine power of the Supreme Personality of Godhead himself. He can sanction the delivery of any jiva soul, and he can personally introduce any jiva to the Supreme Lord Sri Krishna. So, to understand Guru Tattva, the truth of Guru, is to understand this, that he is none different than Krishna. When a disciple comes to the lotus feet of Guru and accepts Sri Guru as his shelter and surrenders, as Sri Krishna tells in Bhagavad Gita, Sadvidhi pranipatena pariprashnena sevaya upadekshanti te jnanam jnaninas sattvadarshina. Such sattvadarshi who sees the absolute truth, he can impart that knowledge to a jiva soul. But the jiva soul has to come before Guru and first of all perform pranipat, surrender. Now I am realizing that I am helpless in this world, and I fully accept that you are completely capable of delivering me, of giving me, placing me at the lotus feet of Krishna. Therefore I surrender at your lotus feet, and I pray to you, please impart this divine knowledge. Pariprashna means, with inquiring mood, I come before Guru, and I take the words emanating from his lotus mouth as my very life and soul, and I fully surrender to his instruction. Whatever he imparts to me, I accept that on my head, and with the best of my ability, I try to carry that out in my life. And I perform seva to his lotus feet. What is the meaning of seva? It means service. But what is the meaning of that? It means what he wants, that is what I do. Not what I want to do, not what I select to do, but what he desires. What is his manobhishtam? What is his deep desire within his heart? I must detect that if I am real disciple, and I must serve that desire of Sri Guru. Once Srila Gurudeva was with us in Bali, Indonesia, on his VYASA PUJA day, and he asked us the question, what are the three types of disciples? And after some attempts on our part, Srila Gurudeva, he himself gave the answer. And he told that a third-class disciple is someone who hears an instruction from Guru. He hears it with his ears, but he doesn't follow it. He doesn't regard that instruction. He is third-class disciple. Second-class disciple is a disciple who hears the instruction of Guru and understands what Guru desires, and he follows that instruction. He carries that out. First-class disciple is a disciple who understands, even without Guru giving instruction, simply by understanding the heart of Guru and his internal desire, his manobhishtam. The disciple automatically goes and he carries this out on behalf of Guru. So Srila Gurudeva told us that this is our duty. This is our duty to Sri Guru, it is our duty to Sri Krishna, and it is also the duty to our own soul. Because Sri Guru, if we surrender at his lotus feet, then he will impart this divine knowledge within our hearts. Yasya prasadat bhagavat prasado. Yasya prasadana gati kutopi. By his prasad, by receiving his mercy, then we receive the mercy of Krishna. And without receiving the mercy of Guru, if we displease Guru, then we do not receive his mercy. And then na gati kutopi. It is not possible to detect which direction we will be going in our lives. No final destination can be attained without the mercy of Sri Guru. So on this blessed appearance day of my beloved Siksha Gurudev, Om Vishnupad Shri Srimad Bhakti Narayana Goswami Maharaja, I am remembering the mercy that he has distributed, that I have seen in my own life, how he has lifted me out of the darkness of ignorance, complete attachment to sense gratification, completely wallowing in the stool of the material world. And mercifully he dragged me by my sika and brought me again to the lotus feet of my Guru Maharaj. And I have seen how he has done this for so many thousands of Vaishnavas. How he has carried out the order of Srila Bhaktivedanta Swami Maharaj Prabhupada. How he has saved the spiritual lives of so many of his disciples, so many of his followers. And what is he giving? How is he working 24 hours daily to give this divine knowledge that has not been available to the whole world, east or west? He is working 24 hours daily to give these books of our Guru Varga, without which we will not be able to attain this ultimate goal of life that he is giving to us. This divine service to the lotus feet of Srimati Radharani in Braja Vrindavan Dham, under the guidance of Sri Rupa Manjari. This final goal Srila Gurudeva is making available to us, this inconceivable treasure. So we only have to cooperate with him. He wants that we will simply follow the principles given by our Guru Varga, Upadeshamrita, that we follow carefully in our lives, that we carry out our bhajan life according to those directions, that we try to come to the platform of following Mana Siksha of Raghunath Das Goswami in our life, and finally coming to the stage of Ruchi, Asakti, Bhav and Prem. Srila Gurudeva is coming to deliver that great treasure to us. Simply we should cooperate with him, and in this way we will receive his causeless mercy. Srila Bhaktivedanta Narayana Goswami Maharaja ki jai. Vansa Kalpataru Vastakrita Sundadeva Chapatika Bhavani.
Damodar Maharaj, you should speak on Guru Tattva. Brief.
Guruve Gaura Chandaya Radhikaya Tarale Krishnaya Krishna Bhaktaya Tadabhaktaya Namo Namaha. Guru Tattva is a very deep topic but difficult to understand. So Srimad Bhagavatam says, if we can understand Guru Tattva and become attached, then Moksha Dwaram Apavritam, and the gates of the spiritual world are wide open calling. Therefore the Supreme Lord would have praised Navaipayanti Apasitam Kavye Tevaisha Brahmanyus Sam Kidaram Release Maranta Antas Bahe Tanubitam Ashubam Vinasham Ashadya Chetasapapasa Swagatam Vinaktam. Would have prayed, O Supreme Lord, even if I had a lifetime as long as Lord Brahma, I could not properly speak my indebtedness to you, because you have appeared in two forms to take the conditioned souls back to the spiritual world. One is internal, one is external. The internal form, the internal Guru is Chaitya Guru or Paramatma, and the external form of that Paramatma is Shri Guru Parapadma. Therefore Gurudeva is known as Ashray Bhagavan. He is the form of the Supreme Lord which gives shelter to the devotees. Therefore he is called Ashray Bhagavan. Also he is the abode of the Supreme Lord. Where does Krishna rest? He rests in the heart of such a devotee. Therefore he is known as Ashray Bhagavan. Therefore, Guru Tattva means we are talking about the appearance of the spiritual master. Therefore the spiritual master appears in this world, but he does not appear in the heart of the disciple. What is the benefit? Therefore real VYASA Puja, real appearance there means the spiritual master should appear in my heart. That is called the real VYASA Puja. Therefore that life in which the spiritual master gives shelter to the disciple, that life is successful life. Therefore we are not like the Mayavadis, the followers of Sankacharya. They worship Guru only till they become one with Guru. They become liberated. Then they have no need of the spiritual master. But our worship of the Guru is not like that. Our relationship with the spiritual master is an eternal relationship. Therefore, unlike the Mayavadis who want to become Guru, we simply want to become servants of the Guru. Shakudan Diloje Janme Janme Prabhu Se. Jivigan Vide Pakasito. Therefore we pray, birth after birth, he is my Lord. Until the disciple is not delivered from this world, the spiritual master appears again and again, until the disciple goes back to Godhead. But even when he takes birth in the spiritual world, even there the spiritual master is still the Lord. He is still the shelter of the disciple. Therefore, Nitaya Charana Satya, Ahara Sevaka Nitya, Nitai Sadapada Kauravas. Therefore, in this world, spiritual master is my only goal. He is my only shelter. He is my only protector, my only guardian. That is an eternal relationship. Therefore, the appearance of the Guru means that on this day, Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur said, VYASA Puja is not just one day a year. It's not one day a year we stick on the tilak, Jai Gurudev, Sumari, Jai Jai Ho. He said every day should be VYASA Puja. Every second, every moment, this is the real VYASA Puja. That second where I forget the feet of Guru Pada Padma, that is that second where I lose everything. This living entity here is very weak, therefore he has no power to worship Radha Govinda. Therefore Radha Govinda come in the form of the spiritual master, and the disciple takes shelter of the Guru. By taking shelter of the Guru, the disciple achieves power or strength to worship Krishna. Therefore Guru is considered to be non-different than Balaram. Balaramji, he is a Khanda Guru Tattva. He is the non-differentiated Guru. Therefore my Guru, his Guru, your Guru, everyone's Guru manifests from that Balaram Prabhu. Therefore by taking shelter of Balaram we get strength. But by leaving the feet of Balaram or Guru, then we become weak and become easily captured by Maya. Therefore I'm praying this day, what benediction we should ask for Guru. Therefore benediction is nothing. What do we want? We want only service. So I remember one disciple came to Sri Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur. He was 20 years in the movement. He came to his Gurudev and said, Gurudev, I have not achieved anything in 20 years. Then Prabhupada Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur, he closed his eyes and said, very good, keep going. Why have we come to the Guru? We have come here for service. And what benediction, what is the benediction of the Guru? Then he will give us more service. Therefore, of course, I am not feeling like this. But I hope one day, by following VYASA Puja, by the mercy of Gurudev, we can develop that mood of causeless devotional service to Gurudeva and our Parampara, birth after birth.
same prayer about Guru Tattva and disciples Kartabya.
Om Jnanatmarandhasya Jnanandanasalakhya Chakshurunmilitam Jena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namah Gurave Gaurachandraya Radhikaye Sudale Krishnaya Krishna Bhaktaya Sarvakaya Namo Namah. First of all, after I said Dandavat Pushpanjali, my heart like flowers thousands of times at the lotus feet of Krsna Maharaj as my Guru Pada Padma, Om Vishnu Pada Ashtotara Satasi Srimad Rupanugacharya Varya Bhakti Dancer Narayana Goswami Maharaja. Secondly, after my pranam thousands of times at the lotus feet of my Sri Guru Parampara, and I offer my pranam to all the assembled Vaishnavas and Vaishnavis. So we have heard from Puja Bhakti Maharaj how Srila Gurudeva described there are 3 levels of disciples: the first, second, and third class disciples. So I am in the third class of disciples. And so really I am not qualified to speak in the association and presence of so many second and first class disciples. So I beg your forgiveness. What little I have heard from Srila Gurudeva, I'll try to repeat for my own purification. Today is VYASA Puja, the worship of VYASA Deva. Who is VYASA Deva? VYASA Deva is the incarnation of Sri Bhagavan, who manifests within this world Srimad Bhagavatam. He had written so many shastras, but he was not satisfied. His heart was not satisfied. Then his Gurudev came, Sri Narayana Rishi, and instructed him and gave him a blessing. After that, by the blessing of his Guru Pada Padma, Srila Vyasadeva, he went into trance. Bhakti yogena manasi samyak pranihite malay apasya purusha purnam nirashataya kasrayam. And in his trance, he saw all the sweet pastimes of Sri Krishna going on in the spiritual world. And on another side, he saw the material world. And in the material world, he saw countless millions of jivas moving eternally in the chain of birth and death and suffering. And seeing the spiritual world on one side and all the jivas suffering on the other, he realized how all these jivas will come out from the darkness of ignorance and be transferred to an eternal position in the beautiful, eternal, loving pastimes of Sri Krishna. And what did he see? What was the method that he discovered to transfer them from one place to another? That is Bhagavad Katha, the Katha of Srimad Bhagavatam, of the pastimes of Sri Krishna. And he gave Bhagavatam and instructed his disciple Srila Goswami, and in this way the Bhagavatam is coming to us today. So on Vyasa Puja we worship that personality who sits upon the seat of Srila Vyasadeva, called the Vyasa Asan, and delivers to us the very same message that Srila Vyasadeva realized by the mercy of Narad. He has seen all the sweet pastimes of Sri Krishna, and he also sees us, thousands of jivas suffering in the material world. And he gives the exact same message of the pastimes of Krishna of Srimad Bhagavatam, and thereby delivers those living entities from the material world and offers them at the lotus feet of Radha and Krishna. So Vyasa Puja Day is a day in which the representative of Vyasa Day, not only the day, someone might think Vyasa Puja is the day when Guru accepts worship of the disciple. No. Vyasa Puja is the day where Sri Guru, the direct representative of Vyasa Dev, teaches his disciples how to worship his entire parampara, all the way up to Vyasa Dev and Narad and Brahma and to Shri Krishna. Because by serving and honoring and giving respect to the representative of Vyasa Dev, only then will his message, the katha of Srimad Bhagavatam and the pastimes of Krishna, enter into the heart and cleanse away all anarthas. Srindatam swakatha Krishna punya shravana kirtaya hidyanta sohya bhadrani vitunoti surit satam. So this is some conception of the meaning of Vyasa Puja. So our Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur, on his 50th birthday, he gave a very wonderful lecture. He said, I am sitting on this big seat and I can hear what some are whispering in their hearts. They're saying, look at that, a veritable beast from the zoo. What a brute. How can someone be so proud as to take a very high seat when many distinguished and respectable persons are seated upon the ground? And how can he dare to listen to his own name with so many hyperbolic adjectives added to it as well? This is terrible. Can such a person ever be reclaimed from such brutishness? Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur, oh, someone, they are thinking in their heart. He said, but I also pondered this. And I prayed to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And I said to him, Mahaprabhu, your teaching is, Pranadapi Sunikena. One should be more humble than a blade of grass. To which Chaitanya Mahaprabhu replied, Yari deka kahi kaha Krishna upadesh, amara agaya guru anatare desh. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, wherever you go, whomever you meet, give them the message of Shri Krishna. In this way, become Guru and deliver all the people of this world. So Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur said, I have received this from this order, from Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, to my Guru and from my Guru to me. And therefore, I am performing this service of spreading the message of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So Guru is so humble to accept the difficulties and all the problems. Srila Gurudeva in advanced age, flying here and there all over the world, undergoing so many difficulties, but not for himself. Srila Gurudeva would be perfectly happy to be in Vrindavan, chant Harinam, and absorbed in Asa Talya Leela all the time. What is he doing here, traveling around the world? That is the order of his Guru Pada Padma, the order of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, to deliver all the jivas of this world. So, Srila Raghunath Das Goswami Maharaja, he has glorified his Gurudev. Nama Shashtam Manavati Satiputramatta Sarupam Rupam Tasyagraja Muripurim Maturim Goshtavatim Radha Kundam Giribaram Aho Radhika Madhavasam Prapto Yasya Patita Kripaya Sri Gurum Tamnatosmi. Srila Raghunath Das Goswami Maharaja, in his very old age, at the end of his life, at that time he remembered with gratitude all the things that his Gurudev said. His Gurudev means Yadunandan Acharya. Actually, Srila Raghunath Das Goswami ran away from home at the age of 17 and did not meet with his Gurudev again. But he understood that by the mercy of his Guru, what did he receive? Nama Shashtam, the best name. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Amala Harinama, Amiya Vilasa. Guru gives the disciple the best name, the Hare Krishna Mahamantra, wherein all the sweet pastimes of Radha Krishna are there. And not only that, Nama Shastam Manamati Sachiputram. By the mercy of Gurudev, he said, I received the association of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Mahaprabhu Sri Chaitanya, Radha Krishna Nahiyanya, Radha Krishna combined together. And not only that, Swarupam, the association of Sri Swarup Damodar. What does that mean? The service of Radha and Krishna in the gun of Lalita Saki. But not only that, Swarupam Rupam Tasyagrajam Urupurim. Also, under the guidance of Sri Rupa Goswami, under the guidance of Sri Rupa Manjari, Sri Radha Kundam, the place at Radha Kund, at the foot of Giriraj Govardhan, and the desire in the heart to one day serve the lotus feet of Sri Radha Krishna eternally in their pastimes. So, I remember once I was in San Diego. Perhaps many of you were there in San Diego. And it was morning lecture, and my name was on the schedule in those days. And I was supposed to give the morning lecture. And I sat down to give the lecture, and before lecture, Nama Shashtam Manamapi Sachiputi. And from another room, Srila Gurudeva came running into the room. Hey, stop, don't shout. Why? Because the last line, Prapto Yasya Patita Kripaya Sri Gurum Samnatosmi. Srila Raghunath Goswami saying, Prapto, I have attained all these things by the mercy of Guru. And Gurudev said, have you attained all these things by the mercy of Guru? I said, no, Gurudev. I am not telling this prayer. I am repeating and thinking Raghunath Goswami is saying this prayer. Then Gurudev said, you have not attained all these things, so you should tell, Oma Jnana Timarandasya. Then afterwards, Srila Gurudev told me, he said, when I was young, once I was giving lecture, Nama Shastam Manav, and my Gurudev, Srila Bhakti Prakasha was saying, in the rental, hey, don't tell. So in this way, I offer my Shraddha Pushpanjali at the lotus feet of Srila Gurudev and pray that he will continue to sprinkle his mercy upon me, that one day I will not be a third-class disciple, but one day become first-class disciple.
Om Jnana Samanandasya Jnananjana Salakaya Chakshur Jena Tasmai Shri Gurudeva Namaha. Gurudev has ordered me to speak just a few words. I'm sure, although you're enjoying Gurudev's darshan, everyone's tired, so I'll use that excuse to be brief. We've all been suffering in the material world since time immemorial. Although we're very small, insignificant, no larger than a 1/10,000th the size of the tip of a hair, our egos are so big. We're so important. We have so many important things to do. We have so many good ideas. And we're going around lifetime after lifetime facing conflicts within ourselves and with all other living entities. How come they don't think I'm so important? Why don't they follow my good advice? Why don't they worship me like I know they should worship me? And someday, after one day, after many lifetimes, we become frustrated. We become despondent, and we think, this false ego is not really working very well for me. This hope that I can become happy here is not really paying off. And we become desperate. And when we become very desperate, we call out, and we call out to what we know may be God, if He's there. Are you there? I remember doing that the same when I was a young boy. What is this all about? And I was walking down Massachusetts Avenue in Boston in school, saying to God, where are you? Where is the answer? And then somehow or another someone came up to me and put a Bhagavad Gita as it is in my hand. Practically an hour later. So when we're lucky, Guru comes to us. We don't come to Guru. We're not doing anything of our own power. We have almost no power. Almost none, nothing. So small. But when we come close into the association of Sadguru, when our lives are blessed by his association, our lives are taken from that dark place, that miserable, unhappy place, into a place of joy, into a place of light, into a place of hope and possibility. We hear about the things that we know we're longing for. Some months ago I gave a little talk, and I was talking about the philosophy. And this one lady who's a professor at Oxford, after I got done talking, she said, what you've said, I've always known, but I've never heard anybody say it. And I said, well, I've just repeated what my Holy Master has told me to repeat to people. Although I have no realization of it myself, I'm repeating it. So when we're lucky, when we're fortunate, we come in touch of the association of Sadguru, and Sadguru changes our lives. And if we follow his instructions, if we endeavor to serve him, as Damodar Maharaj, Sripad Damodar Maharaj was saying, that story, a very instructive story. I haven't achieved anything in 20 years. I think in my case it's been 30 years. So keep going. That's good. Just keep on keeping on. And be hopeful, because we have Srila Gurudeva. He's been so kind to come to us, to revive our spiritual lives, to inspire us. And on VYASA Puja Day, it's our small chance to offer him our thanks, which we do every day, 3 times a day, with our mantras, with our seva, with our Vaishnava pujas, worshiping the deity, trying to follow all of his instructions. But today is a special day, because it's a day that reminds us that he's here, that he's in our lives, and that he's given us so much. So I want to say thank you very much for changing my life, Srila Gurudeva, and I hope to keep serving you forever. Hare Krishna.
There are so many speakers, so in evening they will have chance to speak on Guru Sattva. But you should remember that those who want to serve Krishna and Radhika, Jugal, they should remember, without Guru, we cannot. No snail of bhakti, nothing. So you should remember what he remembered me, Maharaj, that Guru Sevak 3 times. Those who, without any order, they know the manobhist of Gurudev and follow. They are first class. They should try to be that. No use of that Gurudev should order me for Krishna Bhakti and the automatically knowing and And second, Guru Maharaj tells, and then we follow. And third, Even telling, not doing, not touching. He is walk off. Not stay up, stay, and then he remains what? What means? Train. Like standing on one feet and eyes where? So, not stable, but he is work. So we should try to know the manobhishta of Gurudev. If he will have a desire to serve, oh must you can know. You will realize what my Gurudev wants and try to fulfill. I have seen my Gurudev. I have written all these things in his life. How he knew? And he used to jump without his order to carry his manobhishta. How Rupa Goswami? Sri Chaitanya manobhishta. Apitang Jain Bhutale. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu never wrote any book, nothing, only Sri Shastra. And what Rupa Goswami did? What Chaitanya Mahaprabhu wanted? He established Parkiya mode in this world. First time. Though it was written in Bhagavad, but Ramanu Sampradaya, Madhva and others were criticizing. People used to criticize. But Rupa Goswami established by the Shastra everything what Chaitanya Mahaprabhu did. This was his of his service, Mahaprabhu. So we should try to know the ways of our Gurudev and follow and to do. Gaur Premanand Mahamantra.
Hare